98 Shell Series, a real nail-biter. A 10-round two-car street fight that went right down to the final round. Lowndes defeating Ingle to claim his second title in 2 attempts. Sweet victory to the General. The stunning new VT Commodore simply smoked the opposition. For their arch-rivals, a Sprint Series Henry would rather forget. But a popular Bathurst win to Brighton Richards evened up a lopsided scorecard. Yes, it was one hell of a season. Exciting new faces, overflowing grids, our first visit to Darwin's Hidden Valley, and an overdose of the roughest, toughest panel-punching action ever seen. In '99, the Shell Championship Series expands into a season-long, 13-round survival test. No room for excuses. For the first time, every car is on the same times. No room for Commodore complacency, with an all-new Falcon and the rebirth of an official Ford factory team, and a season to bid farewell to one of our greatest heroes, Dick Johnson. Holden's chap is hungry.
If Ford think the AU are going to make them winners, they got another thing coming.
Ford is out for revenge.
You Holden VT drivers better look out because the Ford AU is coming to get you.
This is as good as it gets. Eastern Creek Raceway is set to erupt as Network 10 welcomes you to our exclusive coverage. Round 1 of the 1999 Shell Championship Series.
Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway, just a short drive up the highway from the Olympic site at Homebush. The cars are back, the fans are back, and the action's going to be red hot. Hello, I'm Leigh Diffey. Welcome to round 1 of the 1999 Shell Championship Series. The series hasn't visited Eastern Creek in 2 years. Last time we were here, well, it was totally dominated by Glenn Seaton. Pole position and 3 race wins. We'll see what Glenn can do in his new Ford factory car. We'll talk more about that later. It's going to be a long day and it's going to be a long year, an all-new format. Let's take a look at the series calendar for you because it is a totally new format, 13 rounds. Every race counts, every round counts, including the endurance races. Of course, we kick it off here at Eastern Creek and it finishes, the whole championship that is, at the FAI 1000 Classic at Mount Panorama. Well, joining us once again, and he's very excited, is Barry Sheene. Barry, talking to the fans, the people in the pits, I don't think there's been a season more eagerly anticipated than this one.
Well, it's quite incredible, and now with the control tyre, you know, we've really got an even playing field for everybody. The thing that really amazes me, if you walk around the pits and the paddock and have a look at the cars, normally you get like a couple of old dungers, you know, that really don't look good. Every one of the cars in the pits has got sponsorship. There isn't a plain car in the pits, and every one looks like an A-grade team. Now, I think we're going to be in for the best season ever. And you see, we've got 13 rounds this year, and I reckon it's going to be great.
Just quickly, your thoughts on the endurance races counting. That's going to be tough.
It's going to be incredible. I think the winner this year is going to be the one that uses his head, you know, because there's going to be a lot of people going quick, but it's the one that's going to be there at the end of the day. Personally, myself, I'm really looking forward to that on the race.
Yeah, that's coming up soon, and we'll talk more about that today. Really is going to be an exciting season. It's been quite a remarkable off-season. Let's take a look at the changes that took place.
The popularity of V8 supercars continues to soar. In 1999, musical chairs in the volatile driver market has seen more quality seats available with the formation of some exciting new teams. Ford is back, big time. The all-new AU Falcon and the long-awaited return of an official 2-car works team. Ford Tickford Racing is the first factory squad since Alan Moffat and Fred Gibson raced the big Falcon GT Coupes back in 1973. It's an exciting time for not only Ford fans, but new factory pilots Glenn Seaton and Neil Crompton.
It's a great thing for the industry. You know, the fans are going to like it. It sets up that whole Ford versus Holden battle again like we had back in the old days when you and I were kids. And I think it's just going to be sensational. We're going to have some great racing this year.
Just as eagerly anticipated is a new Ford team from Western Australia, backed by earth-moving giant Caterpillar. Facing an enormous challenge is 1995 Shell Series champion John Bowe, Cat's new lead driver, who leaves Dick Johnson Racing after 11 loyal seasons.
We expect to do it pretty hard early on, and we hope to make some progress, and I think we will, but not for a little while yet. Mid-year, I think we'll start to get there.
Filling Bowe's vacant seat at DJR is the fast, experienced Kiwi Paul Radisich. The former British touring car Top Gun has already driven for Johnson on several occasions. He's under no illusions about the challenge that lays ahead.
You know, with 3 heats per day, it's very important, in one qualifying session, very important to keep accumulating points. And you know, if I can keep that in my sights, then I think I'll be okay.
Gibson Motorsport rates 99 as its best chance to return to its V8 glory days when Mark Skaife reigned supreme. Gibson has signed 2 of the country's finest and well-proven young talents, 96 Bathurst winner Greg Murphy and reigning Bathurst champion Stephen Richards. If team confidence is any indicator, the Wins Commodores will be cars to watch. The path back to the top should be a case of 3 simple steps.
Top 10, top 5, podium.
Simple as that?
Simple as that.
The Holden Young Lions team has also been reborn in the form of a new 2-car team based only a stone's throw from the mobile Holden Racing Team headquarters. Lion Cubs Mark Noske and Todd Kelly will campaign last year's HRT Commodores and are keen to prove the worth of Holden's junior squad.
We've rebuilt both the cars and they're both in tip-top condition. It's a new team and we're just raring to go and get out there.
With all cars competing for the first time on a Bridgestone control tyre this year, the opportunities for privateer teams to close the gaps to the pros have never been better. One man who hopes to do just that is Cameron McLean. The former BMW Super Touring star has stepped up to Ford V8 power in an ex-DJR Falcon. The rapid Queenslander says he couldn't have timed his move any better.
2 reasons a year was good for us. Like, everyone's getting rid of the ELs and getting AUs and VT Commodores. There's a lot of good cars for sale on the controlled tyre. Like, it's all just fallen into our lap from that point of view.
McLean is just one of many new privateers chasing the prestigious Privateers Cup. Oversubscribed grids, control tyres and lots of exciting new potential winners points to a blockbuster V8 season.
A blockbuster season it will be, but it started in similar fashion to 1998. I'm talking about Mark Skaife in the Mobile 1 HRT Commodore from pole position. Alongside his teammate Craig Lowndes, Glenn Seaton in the new FTR Falcon is in 3rd. The real standout there is young Garth Tander in 5th position. We go all the way back to Mark Larkham in the Mitre 10 Ford in 10th position. And Radisich qualified well, considering he had some problems yesterday. But we'll talk more about that. Hopefully that story gave you an indication of just how much has happened in the off-season. We've got lots to talk about. Someone who's talking to Glenn Seaton right now is Mark Oastler.
You know, back in the 1960s when Ford Australia launched its brand new Falcon, its advertising slogan was trim, taut and terrific. Well, in the 1990s, its new AU Falcon could very well fit that description. It's trim because it's 35 kilograms lighter in the body shell than the previous model. It's also 25% stiffer, so that makes it taut as well. And terrific because at the first Shell Series for 1999, Glenn Seaton has put this brand new Ford 3rd behind the Holden Racing Team Commodores. Glenn Seaton, a fabulous effort. It looks very, very impressive from the outside.
Yeah, it's really, I suppose, put a little bit of pressure on Holden, which we all needed. But it's great for the sport, I think, because we naturally need 50% of the races won by Holden, 50 by Ford, and hopefully we can do that. But it's still a long way to go for us. It's only a new car out of the box, and to be performing so well is great. But hopefully we can bridge that gap on the Holdens, because they have got a little bit of a gap still.
3 big races today after the Grand Prix. Gee, you might be a bit nervous.
I am really, because really the Grand Prix didn't start too well. It qualified very well, but didn't start too well. But no, hopefully we'll have a great day.
Well, we wish you and the new Ford Works team all the best today.
Thanks, Mark.
This is Eastern Creek. This is round 1. And race 1 comes up right after this break.
Southern Cross Nightly News, every night, first at 6.
I saw her. her. I saw Sophie Williams.
She was a dear friend and colleague.
You were close to this young woman.
And a patient swears her spirit came to her.
I saw my mummy. Where is she?
All Saints Tuesday.
Your cows are giving more milk, Jeff. You must have increased your numbers.
Nope.
Giving them more feed?
No.
Come on, mate. What's your secret?
Mate, if I told you, I'd be telling the whole district.
Every dairy farmer knows what it takes to succeed. Ivomec Eprinex. Better products mean better results.
You're playing them classical music.
Australia's green and gold. Goodyear's blue and gold. Save $60 on this set of Goodyear GTRs.
And $60 goes to support the 2000 Australian Olympic team.
One example how
You save, Australia wins at
Goodyear Auto Service Centres. Call 132343.
This Easter downtown, there's a hot cross shop that could win you and a friend a fabulous getaway to Sydney, staying at Star City on Sydney Harbour. See the Mercury across a shop and fill in the coupon. Then spend $20 or more downtown and hop your entry into the box at Cat and Fiddle, Trafalgar on Collins or Snowgum. Now you're in the draw and you and a friend could be flying with Qantas. Easter shopping, free eggs and a great getaway. It's all happening courtesy of Get Downtown Hobart, Qantas in the Mall and Harvey World Travel Criterion Street.
Feminine Line's Weight Loss and Fitness Club, exclusively for women, announced their New You program. It's a new year. How about a new you? Well, for only $7 a visit, Feminine Lines can help you be that new you. If it's weight loss, general health and fitness, or stress relief, they have a personal program for you. Your program is designed by women, exclusively for women. Call the team at Feminine Lines now in Hobart or Launceston to start your $7 New You offer. Feminine Lines, the club that cares about your goals.
Celebration of manpower. Get ready, ladies, for the ultimate girls' night out. Manpower Australia live on stage. Australia's hottest export bring you their all-new 2-hour production. Celebration of Man. Exciting costumes, acrobatics and dynamic dancing will set your night on fire. Manpower Australia is truly an entertainment extravaganza. Don't miss Manpower Australia, the thunder from down under. Book now.
Welcome back to Eastern Creek. Well, there you go. A big crowd in attendance here today at the Creek. And the talk stops, the buck stops here, because this is the opening round of the 99 season. It is going to be a ripper. Look at that multitude of colour. It is just great. The sun is shining and the weather's on our side. So race one should be a ripper. Here's a new segment of our telecast. It is Ford Inside Line.
Here's the inside line on Eastern Creek Raceway. It's a sprawling, sweeping, medium-fast circuit with a couple of super slow corners thrown in for good measure. The surface is reasonably smooth and it's not very hard on brakes. The track is a shade under 4 k's long, runs anti-clockwise and there's 12 turns. For V8 Supercars, the top speed is around 260 kilometres an hour approaching turn 1. The slowest speed at turn 9 is around 75 k's, creating an average lap speed of almost 156 kilometres per hour. What delivers time here? Getting on and off the straight efficiently and making sure that your car is well balanced for the complex midfield section. Turn 1 is a key element in a good lap time, and this corner is not for the faint-hearted. With a very fast approach and just a shade under 200 k's across the face, it's deep breath stuff. Turn 2's an odd little corner. It tightens and changes in radius as you go. Plenty of people have been sucked into making a mistake at this unusual turn.
To risk anything would be foolish, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, I think...
Oh, and it said that! Oh, crash clump.
From turn 2 all the way to the hairpin turn 9, there's not much in the way of passing opportunities. One corner is simply followed by another corner. And while the track is wide, the racing line is narrow. Patience is the answer, but it's often easier said than done.
Well, Glenn Seaton got away to a brilliant
One of the quirky features of this track is the weird approach to turns 6 and 10. You veer to the right before you turn left, and as the weight of the car rolls around, the unloaded right front wheel is prone to brake locking, and passing here is virtually impossible. After the frustration of the middle section of the course, the turn 9 hairpin is one of the best passing spots. The last and most important aspect of constructing a decent lap round here is the run onto the main straight. The straight's about 600 metres long with a time interval of around 9 seconds. And with a well-balanced car, the sooner you can crack the throttle wide open, the higher the peak speed and the faster the lap time.
Tander some credit because he's driven sensibly so far. He's been under some extreme pressure, but he's handling it quite nicely at the moment as we check the race update for you. Skaife, right. Tander and Lowndes, we know that has just changed. Perkins, Seaton, Longhurst is doing well, and Bargwanna is running 8th. In the second, Gary Rogers, Valvoline car. Ingle, Ellery, Larker, Bow, Crompton, Richards, Murphy and Radisich. More right after this.
Where were you when JFK was assassinated? Or when Australia too won the Cup? Do you remember the moment man walked on the moon? From fairy tale weddings to governments on their knees, television has moulded our lives.
One of these days I'll pack me bloody bags and I'm going out of
There
here.
are moments we will never forget, and some we wish had never happened. The top 100 television moments, a Today Tonight Who Magazine's special experience.
G'day. We got to move squillions of tyres for Beau's birthday, so drop in for a top deal today.
Like Olympic Marathon, save $51 a set. Dunlop Monza 200, save $51 a set. And ROH Sniper Wheels, save $51 a set. 51 today, 51 today.
Is that all, Dave? You'd want to get a move on.
Beau's unforgettable birthday sale. Top deals on squillions of tyres. Call 132381 for your nearest store.
Spend $30 at Coles and get a 2-cent per litre discount at participating Mobil service stations. Fill in an entry form at Mobil and return it to Coles for your chance to win one of $120 Coles gift vouchers each month. So hurry into Coles and Mobil and shop and win today.
Every Honda Accord comes with a VTEC engine. While the V6 gives you astonishing power, the VTIL produces an amazing 80% less toxic emissions than the Australian standard requires. A fact which should go down very well with Mother Nature. What an idea.
If you want new tyres fitted while you wait, give Beau a birthday call on 132381. Beau's Party Hotline.
Beau's unforgettable birthday sale. Call 132381. That's 132381.
Hey man, you need an advanced hair check.
A what?
Find out whether or not you have a hair loss problem and can it be treated with Advanced Hair's revolutionary new laser therapy or replaced strand by strand.
Call Advanced Hair Studio on 1800 800 500.
We must remember how to pray. We must remember every day. Though our hearts are for justice and our hands are for clay, we must never forget to pray. Within each person is a grave of fear, but the Jesus miracle is always near, just like Lazarus. We're called out of the cave. We must remember how to pray. We must remember every day. Though our hearts are for justice and our hands are for clay, we must never forget to pray. We must never forget to pray.
The Shell Championship Series, and Mark Skaife in the Mobil 1 HRT Commodore is clearing out. He's got the Pertec Ford of Jason Bright right behind him, and Skaife has set a new lap record. In fact, the first 4 are under the existing lap record set by Greg Murphy last time we were here, but Skaife from pole position is well in control.
Tell you what, it's interesting watching the gaps too. Now all these cars are running a control tyre. It's virtually like 9/10 of a second back to Bright in second. Then you've got Lowndes 2 seconds back. And then there's just these 1 second gaps all the way through the field.
throttle to the top end with the legend Dick Johnson and Shell Helix. Win a VIP trip for two to see Dick Johnson race at the Shell Championship Series in Hidden Valley. The trip includes tickets to Dick's testimonial dinner and a barramundi fishing trip with 10 Shimano rod and reel combinations to be won. Call 1902 555 617 now to go into the legend draw. Watch 10's coverage of the Shell Championship Series and go full throttle to the top end with Dick Johnson and Shell Helix.
A premiere mystery.
Morse? Oh my God.
When Inspector Morse falls ill, the past and present collide.
The Oxford Canal murder? Well, that was 150 years ago.
But can this case be solved?
A dead lady in a blue dress. What happened?
Because the mystery won't go away.
Who was Joanna Franks?
You're lying, aren't you?
What really happened that fateful night? A haunting premiere Inspector Morse, Monday on Southern Cross.
Spend $30 at Coles and get a 2 cent per litre discount at participating mobile service stations. Fill in an entry form at Mobile and return it to Coles for your chance to win one of $120 Coles gift vouchers each month. So hurry into Coles and Mobile and shop and win today.
Go Harvey Norman for this great floor covering deal. Carpet your home for just $1,250. That's right, a whole house full of carpet, fully installed on Bridgestone rubber underlay. You can choose from 5 colours with this hard-wearing popular level loop style carpet. What a deal! A whole house full of carpet for just $1,250. Just one of the many great deals available now from your floor covering specialist, Harvey Norman.
Hey man, you need an advanced hair check.
A what?
Find out whether or not you have a hair loss problem and can it be treated with Advanced Hair's revolutionary new laser therapy or replaced strand by strand.
Call Advanced Hair Studio on 1800 800 500.
It's roaring into town, and it's completely new. It's Michael Edgley's all-new Great Moscow Circus. Full of wonders and the unexpected, Michael Edgley's Great Moscow Circus, with a completely new, death-defying, high-flying, totally extraordinary program at extremely affordable ticket prices. Children from $12, adults from $16.
Book now at Entertainment or phone 62 345 998.
Nestled in the foothills of Mount Roland, amid some of Tasmania's most magnificent scenery, is the Silver Ridge Retreat. Learn the art of fly fishing and fly tying in majestic surroundings at Silver Ridge Retreat 23rd, 24th and 25th of April with Barry Hickman from the Tasmanian Fly Fishing School. The weekend includes 2 nights accommodation, all meals and tuition for just $350 per person. Discover Silver Ridge, one of Tasmania's premier escape destinations.
It was against the rules to play in the car with my friends, and I knew it. I flattened Dad's new chicken shed.
It was me. I did it.
It's all right. I'll never forget what Dad said that day. When you knew you were in big trouble, you still told the truth.
And we are so proud of you.
The important lessons in life are learned at home from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Well, welcome back to Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway. The completion of Heat 1, Round 1 of the Shell Championship Series. Mark Skaife, I know it's the debut of the AU Falcon in the Shell Series, plus the debut of a works team, but it's the Commodore works team that's dominated here. That looked pretty easy.
Yeah, look, the car was very good, and I got caught with some lap cars just near the end, and really Jason closed up probably by about a second in 2 laps, just freakishly at the same spot where there was an accident, and obviously I can't pass under the yellow flag, so I had to ease up. But overall, the car balance was fantastic and obviously pressed on sort of as hard as I needed to.
Now, the major drama you had last year was getting that car off the line. I think you've learned something over the summer.
Oh, well, I mean, at the end of last year, our starts were good too, Mark. I mean, you know, Hidden Valley and IndyCar and Oran Park, the starts were good. And everyone said in the off-season, all of a sudden I'm going all right, but the starts weren't too bad last year.
Congratulations. Best of luck for the rest of the day.
Thanks, mate.
Well, from one Holden winner to another, you can get your hands on this. The limited edition prints are on again for $19.99. Here's Larry Perkins at Hidden Valley, a sensational shot, and it can be yours by calling 1-800-888-321, personally autographed, and a limited run of 500 as we get ready to look at race 2. The 40 cars winding their way around the Eastern Creek circuit, and of course
The other way, didn't think so.
He really has been doing a lot of earthworks this weekend, that guy.
He has. He's doing so many pirouettes.
Well, as we crunch on, Mark Skaife is the man who is leading the way. Can he do what Glenn Seaton did in 1997, pole and 3 wins? We'll have to wait and see. Lowndes is second, Tander still hanging on to third. Perkins, Barguana, Bright, all the way back to Seaton in 8th position. Longhurst, Mark Noske, the Holden young lion, doing a magnificent job. And Rodney Forbes back in 16th. We'll be back with more right after this.
Wednesday, something's rotten in the town of Mount Thomas. Someone is playing with other people's lives. Someone they know is as guilty as sin.
Anybody but your mate, the ex-copper, eh?
Unless the healers solve the riddle quickly, someone is going to end up very dead.
You're dealing with a pretty disturbed individual.
A Blue Healers mystery not to be missed. 8:30 Wednesday.
First ball with the
Enjoy ball-by-ball coverage of the West Indies Australia Test Series and all the one-day internationals exclusively live on OzStars Fox Sports.
Go Harvey Norman for this great floor covering deal. Carpet your home for just $1,250. That's right, a whole house full of carpet, fully installed on Bridgestone rubber underlay. You can choose from 5 colours with this hard-wearing popular level loop style carpet. What a deal! A whole house full of carpet for just $1,250. Just one of the many great deals available now from your floor covering specialist, Harvey Norman.
Michael Edgley's all-new Moscow Circus with special international guest superstars from the world's greatest circuses.
It was really awesome.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's amazing. It's excellent.
Just fantastic.
Breathtaking. Blown with death. It's really cool.
Definitely worth the money.
I just haven't had this much fun in 30 years.
Come and see it.
The all-new Moscow Circus at sensational ticket prices. Adults from $16, children from $12. The all-new Moscow Circus. It's completely different.
The bridge has collapsed. Beer truck can't get through.
You're joking! Where you going, mate?
Hang on, lads. Won't be long.
New Ford Courier Turbo Diesel. The most powerful turbo diesel in its class. Ford Trucks.
Welcome back to Eastern Creek. Here's the man who is just kicking some butt at the moment, Mark Skaife in the Mobil 1 HRT Commodore. This is the car that Murphy and Noske shared at the FAI 1000 Classic at Bathurst last year. He is clobbering him at the moment, including his teammate Craig Lowndes, who is sitting in 2nd position. He is doing it extremely well and is looking good for a clean sweep. Lap 9 of 13, not much to go in this second one. He's doing it comfortably, Barry.
Yeah, you saw that onboard shot with Skaife. I mean, he's just on in cruise mode. You know, it's there's no way he's going to get a fight from Craig Lowndes, because as I said earlier on, I was talking to Jeff Gretsch, and Jeff said, listen, boys, we have to... Whoa, look at Larry. We have to keep these cars in, you know, in one piece for Adelaide, because we just simply haven't got the time. You know, they've got to work all over the Easter weekend anyway, and we haven't got the time to start
premier mystery.
Morse? Oh my God.
When Inspector Morse falls ill, the past and present collide as he resurrects an old murder case.
What happened?
A haunting Inspector Morse, 8:30 Monday.
Hey man, you need an advanced hair check.
A what?
Find out whether or not you have a hair loss problem and can it be treated with Advanced Hair's revolutionary new laser therapy or replaced strand by strand.
Call Advanced Hair Studio on 1-800-800-500.
Please, Daddy, talk to me. It doesn't matter what we say.
You don't even have to use big words. I'm not impressed by big words. I'm impressed by that word. What about you? You want to talk to me?
I'm talking to you.
What happens if I do all the talking? No. Wait, what is that, French? Finish? I'm not finished. You want more, don't you? What? Huh? Pick it out. What are you going to do when you grow up? Hit things. Oh, you're going to be a drummer. You're going to ride a motorcycle? No, you're not going to ride a motorcycle. Is this negotiable? Oh, bless you.
If you want your children to talk to you when they're older, talk to them when they're younger. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
We got a lot to talk about.
Well, welcome back to Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway. Preparations well underway, though, for 2 weeks' time when we go to the streets of Adelaide for the sensational Adelaide 500 V8 Supercar race. All grandstands going in, concrete walls, every facility is being put in place for what's going to be a fantastic weekend on Network 10. And someone else who's have a fantastic weekend on Network 10 is young Garth Tander. Very impressive drive in that second heat. You really put the cat amongst the pigeons there.
Yeah, the car's going really well. It's very good on cold tyres, so I managed to stay behind Mark for a couple of laps, but the tyres got a bit hot. We took a bit of a gamble on setup and it didn't work off, so we'll put it back for the next one and we'll be right.
Now, Gary said he's been having a word with you, saying, look, you better stop getting involved in this incident, son, or you're going nowhere. It seems like it's sunk in.
Yeah, well, Gary and I had a talk before we came to Eastern Creek, and we made a few plans of what we wanted to do and what we didn't want to do, and one of them was to qualify inside the top 10, and we did that, and then the other one was to finish the first race, and that worked well too, so now we're right for the third one.
Well, you're heading in the right direction. Best of luck.
Thanks very much, Mark.
The grid for round 3 of the Shell Australian Superbike Championship looks like this. Steve Martin will start from pole position alongside his teammate Craig Connell, Sean Giles and Andrew Pitt. The second row, Paul Free, Kevin Curtin, Adam Ferguson and Nigel Arnold.
Yeah, third row of the grid is Daniel Stauffer, Peter Guest, Peter Archer and Alistair Maxwell. Fourth row of the grid is Christopher Moulin, Anthony Purdue, David Emerson and Jay Norwell.
Green flag from the back of the grid, set to go. The 2 Ducati dealer team bikes on the outside. Look for Sean Giles on the NZF Brake Suzuki. He gets away to a good start. So too did Andrew Pitt. But it was Steve Martin on bike 3 who blasted off the line. Here comes Craig Connell as well.
Yeah, it's going to be just looking there. That's the Yamaha. That's Kevin Curtin by the looks of it. See there, number 11. Yeah, that's it. He's not on an out-and-out superbike. That's the Yamaha R1. That's kind of a road bike, or I say kind of a road bike. It's the new generation of Yamaha road bike. And you can see just how competitive the street bikes are up against the out-and-out superbikes. You know, the chances of anyone beating the factory Ducatis are pretty slim. You know, they're very, very fast bikes, doing over 290 k's at the end of the straight here at Eastern Creek.
We've got a combination of full-blooded superbikes here in production-based superbikes. We'll talk more about that shortly. Andrew Pitt has been passed by Kevin Curtin. It's Sean Giles who's jumped up into second spot ahead of Craig Connell, but it's bike 3 who leads the way. Steve Martin on the Ducati dealer team machine. Now these are the bikes they rode last year. They've got new 996s in the back of the Ducati truck here in the pits, but haven't had time to prepare them.
Yeah, you see there the Suzuki doesn't stop as good as the Ducati, and Sean Giles is pressing on hard. He's definitely having a go. Now watch here, you're watching as they change direction around the left here. Now you see through these 2.5 left-handers. See Giles is pretty good there, you see, because the very important part, the last part, he's got a bit of a run on Steve Martin onto the straight there. Speed-wise, let's have a look. It's Sean Giles just getting outpaced there by Connell there on the factory Ducati.
Nice move, Craig Connell slipped up the inside from third to second.
Quite frankly, I think what they should do, they should kick the superbikes out of this class and have it purely as a road bike, a modified road bike talking of now is allowing the modified road bikes to modify even more different cams, different this. It gets into the same old syndrome. Then people have to start throwing thousands of dollars at it, instead of which they should just get rid of the superbikes, have the standard road bikes as the superbike class, just with a few modifications to go with speed and harm.
More cost efficient, you'd say, Baz. Well, we've got a good battle going on here from the Team Kawasaki Australia rider Andrew Pitt. He's hassling this rider on screen now, 19, Sean Giles. It's the battle for third spot, and looming in the background on 11 is the Yamaha team rider Kevin Curtin. Maintaining his fifth spot is the Ducatis who are dominating. Steve Martin from pole, he's been untouched so far. Craig Connell sitting in second spot, then Giles. The two Ducati dealer team twins, it's hard to pick them apart. They've even got the same helmets.
I think that is really silly, actually, because, you know, they should stamp their own sort of mark. You don't need to have the same helmet as your teammate. You know, they should have something completely different.
There's your Shell Helix race score. Steve Martin, Craig Connell, Sean Giles, Andrew Pitt. It's remaining the same. Kevin Curtin, Paul 3, Ferguson and Arnold. That's your top 8. The only way to distinguish these two, because they're very similar body size as well as the numbers, and that's of course where they finished in last year's Shell Australian Superbike Championship. Second and third, Connell in second behind Marty Craggle, who of course has headed overseas this year. We've got a great contingent of Australian motorcycle riders overseas. We'll talk more about that shortly, and of course Steve Martin, who finished third. The battle continues between the Suzuki and Kawasaki. Giles still holding the young rider Andrew Pitt out. The drag down the main straight, here we go, it's got him, nice work Andrew Pitt, out of the draft to the Ansett Air Freight Suzuki. So Pitt moves up into the top 3.
Yeah, that's proper superbikes, but I'm just looking to see how far behind Curtin is on the Yamaha. It looks like they've really dropped him off now, which they should do, really. There he is there. Well done.
Good work. Oh,
no.
Almost picked it, he holds on.
Okay, well, if he gets out of this good, now watch. He keeps it all together out of this. Stays down the inside, but he's not close enough.
Heading down into turn 9, hard braking right-hander, the hairpin. Craig Connell's got the inside move. He knows he has to defend.
He might be able to get a good run out of it. Right, okay, if he can really get some down. Now, it's down to the right. If we get a real good look at the last couple of left-handers and see if Steve Martin's got anything left. See, good run there, good run there. Yes.
Steve Martin trying to come around the outside.
Now, if he gets in the slipstream, he might just about do it. Yes, the back of Connell's bike, I reckon he's going to do it.
The run to the line, here we go, it's going to be close. Pulling out of the draft, Steve Martin, he won't get there though. Craig Connell wins here at Eastern Creek, ahead of his teammate Steve Martin. Andrew Pitt will pick up third. It's tight. Have a look at the battle further back for fifth. Sean Giles get there, and it was very close between Paul 3 and Kevin Curtin. Checking the final placings for you, of course, Craig Connell in for that great win, a very close one from his Ducati dealer team teammate Steve Martin. Andrew Pitt on the Sol Kawasaki in for third, ahead of Sean Giles, Paul 3. Kevin Curtin, the first of the production-based superbikes, Adam Ferguson and Craig White.
Look, I'm sure everyone's told you the same thing. I wouldn't even start to predict. I mean, there's lots of guys in magazines at the moment putting on really tough faces. Now, I don't know if that's going to win them races or not. It doesn't work for me.
Wednesday.
You're late. I still have 18 seconds.
Things are heating up.
So what do you think?
When you work this closely with someone.
Very nice, Major. I was always a sucker for dress whites.
Anything can happen. Jag, 7:30 Wednesday.
Clip 'em on, clip 'em off, clip 'em on, clip 'em off. They're so convertible, compact and light. 100% total UV protection, completely relaxing your sight. Clip 'em on, clip 'em off, clip 'em on, clip 'em off. Convertibles by Magnetics. Ask for them at your optical outlet today.
This is the perfect travel companion, the great little Pentax SVO 115 MQD. It's lightweight and only the size of your passport. It even has date back and remote control and a big 115 power zoom. With film and tailored case included, everything you need to take away for the special price of just $329 duty free. A great little price on a great little Pentax. Make no mistake, See City International Duty Free, 150 Collins Street.
Iguana's been able to maintain that third spot. Now, where's Jason Bright gone? Look at the right-hand fender and spoiler front end of Jason Bright's car. That is crunched too. It is time for a break. We'll be back with more. We'll sort all this carnage out after the break.
Tuesday, how you could cook a roast in 15 minutes.
It's incredibly tender.
And if you thought you couldn't have a garden, here's the perfect solution.
In a few weeks, your pot-sized garden will amaze you.
Better Homes and Gardens. Ventilate, the ultimate Java experience, exploring an active volcano.
So visitor-friendly, you can drive right up to the rim.
And a Fijian paradise that's picture postcard perfect.
Don't think about it, do it.
The Great Outdoors, Tuesday.
If you're travelling overseas, we'd like to say, longer than this. Longer than this. Longer than this. It's the longest in the world. A 48-200 telephoto power zoom on a fully automatic compact camera. The beautiful Pentax SBO 200. If you're travelling overseas, you can buy the Pentax SBO 200 before you fly for just $499 duty-free. See City International Duty Free, 150 Collins Street.
Go digital, go Harvey Norman. Harvey Norman has all the top brands.
Nokia.
Motorola.
Ericsson.
Harvey Norman has the latest models.
Nokia 8810.
Motorola StarTAC X. Harvey Norman has the best plans from Optus and Vodafone. Going digital, go Harvey Norman. We have it all.
People everywhere are discovering Nestlé fruit yogurt. This season, Nestlé has created a delicious black cherry yogurt full of dairy goodness for you to enjoy. Pick a Nestlé fruit yogurt today.
Don't settle for anything less. At Tas Exhaust, we have a Walker muffler and exhaust system which we will fit perfectly first time. No dangerous leaks, irritating noises or unsightly protrusions. All good reasons why a Walker muffler and Tas Exhaust Argyle Street is better.
Due to the failure of 10 network negotiations, Southern Cross is unable to bring you the Superbikes from South Africa. We apologise for any inconvenience.
You're watching a replay of just one of many incidents at the beginning of race 3. Now that was Garth Tander skirting across to the inside. This is the exit of turn 2, going through turn 3. Watch the right-hand side. See, you can just see a white car there, 32. That's Thomas Mazzero. We're on board with John Mao. He misses the skirmish between Parsons and Dougal McDougall. Now this is where you go over the rise, down the hill to turn 4. Now we're on board with John Mao. Something goes amiss here. He just slides by himself. Well, that's our opinion anyway. He swear onto the track. Wait for it. Watch this. There is the impact from Thomas Mazzero. So whether he got a tap from Mazzero and was turned around or what the situation was, we don't know. But unfortunately, Woo! What a race. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.
Where were you when JFK was assassinated? Or when Australia too won the Cup? Do you remember the moment man walked on the moon? From fairy tale weddings to governments on their knees, television has moulded our lives.
One of these days I'll pack me bloody bags and I'm going out of here.
There are moments we will never forget, and some we wish had never happened. The top 100 television moments are Today Tonight Who Magazine's special experience, 6:30 tonight.
As soon as you walk in the door, you know you're dealing with a friendly, talented task paint team. There's a bigger range, lots of colors and paints, and helpful service that's really great. You buy direct from the factory, so you save lots of dollars. All your painting needs. For paint made in Tassie, be sure you see the friendly, talented task paint team today.
Tasmanian Clothing Company have many ways to keep you warm this winter, with jackets, jackets, jackets and more jackets. Parachute or showerproof jackets made to order in a variety of designs and colours to suit your club, school or business. Bomber jackets in many colours from fleecy through to the ultimate, wool with leather sleeves, ideal for clubs or businesses. To see the many stylish ways to keep warm this winter, see Tasmanian Clothing Company, Don Road, Devonport.
It's excitement, it's action, it's a great day for the whole family. It's the 1999 Southern Cross State Polo Cross Championships, to be held at Smithton Country Club on Saturday and Sunday, April 10 and 11. Come along and get into the action and enjoy the spectacle of horses and riders showing their skills in this exciting sport. The Southern Cross Tasmanian Polo Cross Championships at Smithton, April 10 and 11. Proudly sponsored by St George Bank, Beechworth Agricultural Spraying, Smithton and Launceston, and Southern Cross Television.
Well, they said control tyres would make a big difference to the domination of HRT. Well, I think HRT had other ideas, totally dominating the opening round of the Shell Championship Series at Eastern Creek.
Just 6 points separating the Mobil 1 twins as we head into the second round of the 99 Championship. A big confidence boost for Garth Tander sitting in third, and Glenn Seaton the first of the new Fords. A great effort also by Greg Murphy in the Wins Commodore, considering he started from 16th to finish the day overall in 8th position. So a great effort by the Murph there. Well, an exciting day. It was great to return to the Creek because we haven't been here in 2 years, and Barry, a very exciting day, an action-packed day.
Oh, it was fantastic, and I think Garth Tander really redeemed himself today. Whatever he's done in the past, he's certainly made up for it today, and it just shows how really competitive the season is going to be. You know, guys like Radicic that never really got to show. So I think we were in for some really good stuff.
Yep, we look forward to the upcoming rounds. Radicic just missed the top 10 finish. He had some mechanical problems in that last race. Let's look forward to some things coming up, and we talk about a week's time, 3 to 5, the same time slot as the V8s. We're talking about Trackside, Network 10's new program, which incorporates the V8 privateers, GTP, Formula Ford, Superbikes, and Formula Holden. The week after that, 2 weeks from now, it is the sensational Adelaide 500. Now, ticket sales have exceeded any of the Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix, so there's going to be big crowds. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Don't know if you can hear, we've got a rock band playing in the background here. There's going to be plenty of rock bands playing in Adelaide. We look forward to seeing you there. On behalf of Mark Oastler and Barry Sheene, I'm Leigh Diffey. Bye for now.